Today is April 21, 10:44 a.m. We saw unusual options on Carvana, and we also wanted to follow up on a video we did just about 10 days ago on this date, on when we also saw unusual options on this. This is actually April 11. We made a video on this day when Carvana was trading at about 9.7. And we saw these unusual options being bought at the 9.5 puts. And so 10 days later, what has happened? Well, it has gone down as we had predicted with these unusual options. And so let's take a look at where it is because they are expiring today. How much are they worth now, right? So that was quite a good short here, quite a good prediction. So these were the April 21s. This was the 9.5s are here. It was these. If you remember from that video, there were these 15,000 unusual options, and they were selling for about $86, right? And so if you haven't watched that video, we'll put that description there, and also at the end of this video, and also right now we'll actually link it up here. So if you have the info cards turned on, you can click up here to see it. But right now you can see that the price now is between that much of 152 to 160. So you can sell it for probably somewhere in between this in the mid price zone. So let's say it's about 161 to 154. That's a difference of $6-7. Let's say $3, 157, for example, right? So let's say the initial investment you see that from that video they paid $86, right? And so now they can sell it back now for 100 and let's say 57, or let's just pick 155 here since this is the bid price right now. And 155 minus 186, so they made $69 in profit. And what is that if you divide it by the initial investment of 86? That's 80% times 100, right? So there we have it. They made 80% profit in those 10 days. When these unusual options came on. So that's the power of these unusual options, volume and activity and understanding and interpreting this. And so we had closed our positions today and also moved on to a new positions because there were new unusual options today. So let's take a look at those. So you'll see here at 9:49 now, this 20,000 contracts here, and then also this 10,000 contracts, right? So what does this mean? What is this? What's going on here? So this is what we think. On today, April 21, this 20,000 contracts. If we look at that here, right about here it is. You see these 8 strikes here. You see these 25,000 in volume. This is less than the open interest. We think what's happening is because it's expiring today, these positions are actually being closed. Okay, they're being sold to close because it is also quite at the money, and especially when you sell at the money, you get the most out of it. And so they're closing their positions there, and now what they're doing is they're opening new positions in the maze. And what they're doing is they're doing, instead of 20,000, they're doing 10,000. So this is what they're doing. This is the volume here. You'll see they're buying the 7.5 puts over here. We are also in this position. It's it's like about 28 days away, so it gives us some time. So the theta decay isn't that large. So we like this trade and don't mind that theta decay because we can always close it if it isn't going the direction that we had anticipated with these unusual options. So so that is so that's it. So always pay attention to these. Always understand that this does not necessarily mean a spread. We have to understand what are closing orders, what are opening orders. That is one of the important things about analyzing unusual options and making sense out of it. And most people that don't understand it, they don't use unusual options because to them it is confusing. And so if you watch more of our videos, you'll learn more about how these setups can be created, trade setups based on these unusual options activity. Okay, so the idea is this stock is still going to go down, but we don't know how far down. Keep in mind there is earnings on May 4. We're also aware there's potentially could bounce because you could see this 10-day downturn. Maybe it will bounce up, and if it does, we will close our positions if it starts to look like it is actually going the other way. So we have to be nimble and agile even when we trade unusual options. This is because technically right now it looks like it is oversold. Originally, when we called the short, it was up here. It was more closer to being overbought because of this rally. So it made a little bit more sense to short it at that time. And so it played out really well. So watch that video we made on April 11 on this day when we called that this stock was going to go down. And you'll learn a lot more on how to improve your trading strategies and using unusual options as part of your analysis and decision making. Okay, so if this was helpful, please give us a like. It really helps our channel grow so we can continue to put more content out there for everyone to understand and learn and see, especially when there are unusual options. And hit that bell icon and you'll be notified when we see them. There's lots of these unusual options out there in the market on a daily basis, and in order for us to report as many as possible, we need our channel to grow as much as possible. So please subscribe and take care, everybody. Good luck.